Hello Degenerates! Magandang gabi to all my fellow 18s and fans of SB19. Yes, I'm also a fan of Beanie. I'm a Bloom too. And this is my first, I guess, reaction to SB19's CashualChuck series episode 1. And the reason why I'm doing this reaction is because I want to know the members more of SB19. Like I said, I already know their names: Stel, Josh, Pablo. He's my bias in SB19. Ken, Justin. So, yeah. As you can see on the, on the photo in my reaction, yeah, Pablo is my bias. I'm a Filipino, for those who don't know, but I live now in Australia, but I love SB19, man. I've been a fan of the group, ever since I checked out their pre-debut song. Their debut song, actually. Tila Luha. So I was trying to remember the song. Tila Luha. And I checked out all of the other songs. Alab, Go Up, Bazinga, and also their most recent comeback with GLOC 9 as well. It's more like a collaboration song with GLOC 9, KALAKAL. And yeah, but I still don't know, the personalities of the members. So that's why I'm doing this reaction to SB19 CashualChuck series. I will be doing episode 1 today, so and then I will do episode 2 tomorrow. But the other episodes will be next week. So yeah, because I have a schedule now for my reactions, and I only do P-pop reactions on Tuesday and Wednesday. So yeah. All right, so yeah, and this was actually my fellow friend and reactor, Big Bum Josh. He's also a fan of SB19, so he recommended me to check out the CashualChuck series, which I will be doing in this reaction. All right. I saw some comments on my KALAKAL MV reaction as well, and I really appreciate all the comments so far, and the views and the likes as well. And we'll be doing the request as well next week, so don't worry. 18s, I will be doing those requests next week. I saw a comment about Pablo's new solo song, and I was told to react to the album as well. So I will be doing that next week, guys. Alright. Right, so let's react to SB19 Story episode 1, Sound Break. Yeah, I would say I'm an 18 too, but I have to watch this CashualChuck series first before I can say that I'm really officially an 18. But I love SB19, man, and their songs. Alright, let's react to SB19 Story episode 1, Sound Break. Alright, I'm gonna pause if I have to say something. Alright, just to let you know, guys.
Disclaimer, this video is only based on my personal research. I might miss some details and it's possible to have discrepancies, but I did my best to get as much accurate information as possible, so enjoy!
And 16, alright.
This is called Triple, a group of talented performers and comedians from Korea you've probably never heard of.
Called
They were
Triple?
formed back in 1994 when the word
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
hasn't even been invented. In 2002, one of the members made the biggest mistake of his life, which will change the entire course of P-pop history.
This Movember, unite
Okay.
to take on mental health.
SB19 Soundbreak.
Do you remember this song?
I haven't heard this song, man. What the- Oh, there's like a Korean version of the song.
It all
Man.
started with this man, Jong Song-han.
Gong Song-han.
When he left the trio in 2002 to become an entrepreneur, Cult Triple became Cult 2. Most of their fans definitely thought that Song-han's decision was a huge mistake because the remaining members started racking up different awards in the entertainment industry. If he only stuck around, he would have gotten those awards too. But this man's decision was final. He used all of his savings to build an event organizing company called SB19 Entertainment. Yep, I'm talking about Tatang Robin.
So for those who don't know, SB19 is the previous agency or company of SB19. So it all started with SB19.
Notice how passionate Filipino fans were during the rise of K-pop, so he wanted to organize K-pop concerts and events that promote Korean and Filipino culture. To make that happen, he needed entertainers, a group of young people that would be part of the package of their service as an event organizer. We are talking about people who can do dancing, singing, and even act as servants like waiting tables and assisting guests. So he held an audition and hundreds of young talents applied. 30 of them passed as trainees. They were then called Nara, which in Korean means country and is the national tree of the Philippines. They went to multiple events together, including the fan meeting event of the K-pop group called Off-Road.
Off-Road. No, I haven't heard of Off-Road. I know some K-pop groups because I'm a K-pop fan too, for those who don't know. My favorite K-pop groups right now, Triple S, Kepler, Baby Monster. I'm sure you don't know some of them, but yeah, I like those groups, man. K-pop groups. I'm a fan of a lot of K-pop groups, man. And yeah, SB19 was the first P-pop group that I discovered and became a fan of too. So yeah. And before I became a fan of Bean as well, yeah, I wasn't 18. I was an SB19 fan, yeah. I mean, I listened to their music, so that still makes me a fan of SB19.
After numerous events, Tatang Robin saw something special when it comes to Filipino talent. He realized that some of his trainees were far too talented to just end up as small-time performers. So he decided to launch the first P-pop boy group that underwent strict Korean-type training. Out of the 30 trainees, only few have made it.
Oh, Pablo.
Paulo Nase. He always wanted to be a performer. As a young dreamer, he joined several competitions as a soloist and also
John Paulo Nase.
a member of the K-pop dance cover group called PHP. As a trainee, he was the guy who shows up early and leaves late despite juggling a full-time job as a data analyst to provide for his family. He was the first one selected due to his undeniable diligence and leadership qualities. He is known to have critically acclaimed songwriting ability, a badass rapper, and was often dubbed as a genius, but he consistently denied it because he claimed to be just a hard worker. This made him
Pablo's a songwriter. He's just a really genius. During this time, man, he was still a trainee, but you can already see the talent of Pablo, man. Even during the pre-debut for SB19, man.
He debuted with the name Sejun, but later changed his name to Pablo. Now that the methodical leader is chosen, they needed more members. Tatang Robin just got a genius composer in Pablo, so they needed someone who can dance. And this next guy is exactly that. And even more.
Still, right? Yeah, Sylvester Ahero.
Sylvester Ahero. He was only 16 when he started competing as a dancer while studying. He was a born winner despite growing up as a bullied kid. He made performing his escape from the harsh reality of the world. He did a great job channeling the negative aspect of his life and converting it by winning multiple K-pop dance cover competitions with his group G-Yeon. He is also a hard worker. He was teaching dance to kids while competing. There was a point when he worked too hard that it threatened his life due to poor health. He is a very skilled choreographer. In fact, he's the main culprit behind most of
Insane, man.
SB19's snappy and
I didn't know
amazing
Stell was a choreographer too before even debuting as SB19, man.
synchronized dance routines. But little did they know that dancing wasn't even his only talent. He easily became the main heavenly voice of the group because his vocals were just...
Yeah, I mean, I've heard Stell before, man. Yeah, he's a really incredible singer. I watched their live performances too, man. His voice is just absolutely insane.
The Chemist Warehouse Footy Finals half-price cosmetic sale is on.
out of this world. He debuted as Stell, the main
Stell.
vocalist, the lead dancer, and choreographer of the group.
Main vocalist, lead dancer, and choreographer, man.
Josh Cullen Santos
Okay,
became
Josh.
homeless at the age of 16 and it was his decision.
Okay, Josh's full name is John Cullen Santos. Right.
Josh Cullen Santos became homeless at the age of 16 and it was his decision. He's had the worst childhood among the other members. From growing up in a toxic environment to being physically abused as a kid by their nanny. At an early age, he witnessed what it feels like to be a member of a middle-class family that went rock bottom in just a matter of months. He experienced getting evicted from apartments to smaller rooms.
Damn.
It came to a point when his family had nothing to eat but ketchup and salt. They had no permanent address. Because of that, Josh and his sister dropped out of school multiple times, so they got bullied at school for being repeaters. Sometimes he would get into fistfights for defending her. Josh had enough of this, so he took matters into his own hands by leaving. He became
So he had a
independent
rough
and
life when he was young, man.
started working as an internet cafe attendant. Using his own income, he took the alternative learning system and was able to finish his high school degree. He clearly had no background in performing. Not until he met new friends from the dance community, which led to him meeting Stell and Seon. They became co-members and went on to win numerous K-pop dance cover competitions all over Asia.
So he already knew
Met
Stell
BTS
before.
during one of
Only Stell, yeah. He hasn't met Pablo yet. And
their winning runs in Korea. In a way, Josh was
they
saved by
met
Stell
BTS,
after trying so
man.
hard
BTS is one of the biggest, K-pop boy groups. So I guess he looks up to BTS as well. Stell. Wait, Josh.
to save himself. And it paid off because after training, Josh ended up debuting as the lead rapper and dancer of the group.
Lead rapper and dancers. Josh. Okay, Justin.
Justin De Dios didn't have to audition.
Justin De Dios,
Apparently,
his
he was
full
a very
name.
good-looking guy that when he joined a talent workshop as a teenager, Show BT immediately took notice and offered him to become a trainee to improve his singing and dancing skills. He was one of the late joiners, and when he did, he immediately saw a familiar face in Josh.
You look familiar.
Apparently, the two had a stint in performing together in a K-pop dance cover group called Zero to Hero.
Zero to Hero.
Hey, welcome to my world. Let's do this.
So he performed in a K-pop dance cover group before debuting with
So
SB19.
Justin as well wasn't new in the world of performing. He auditioned to be a part of the televised Pinoy boy band Superstar show, but he didn't even make it to the live auditions. Perhaps it was fate. He didn't have great singing skills at the time. It was only when he became a trainee that he improved astoundingly in the vocal department.
Oh, he was
He went on
practicing
to
with
finish his
Pablo, man.
college degree in multimedia arts while training, which earned him a skill in filmmaking. He then got selected to debut as the main visual, the sub-vocalist, and the creative director of the group. He was the would-be director behind the record-breaking P-pop music video, What? And more.
What?
But that's a story for another video. At this point, Show BT seemed to have completed the group. 4 members in a P-pop group, a nice even number. 2 rappers and 2 vocalists. They were perfectly balanced, but they felt like something was missing. Perhaps someone was missing. Someone who could take this already great group of guys and push them to achieve the next
That's
level,
Ken.
the extraordinary level. Someone so naturally gifted that he could stand out in the presence of the already talented group of young artists. This venture that Tatang Robin took needed an apex, so he started the online auditions. When Josh heard about it, he was like, I know a guy.
Breakthrough 5 types of tough
Oh, Josh is the
pain.
one who introduced Ken
Kanal
Man to the group.
Extra strength for tough pain.
Introducing the Shark Hydra Vac, a 3-in-1 hard floor cleaner that
Philip
Philip John Suson is such a specimen. He was so naturally gifted that excelling in sports looked like a walk in the park for him. He grew up in a church under the care of his grandparents. He was an artistic kid, so he was active as an editorial cartoonist in school. Nobody taught him to play musical instruments. He taught himself by just listening to the music.
So
he
Ken
ended
knows
up
how to play the
becoming
guitar,
a
man.
southpaw guitarist, but he later fixed it as he learned more. He didn't even know that he could dance until he was forced to in order to get good grades during their school intrams. After discovering dance, he transformed from a guy who didn't know it to someone who can fly.
Ooh.
Because of his raw talent, he ended up teaching dance to the entire school and continued on to form a K-pop dance cover group called
Amigo 7.
Apparently, his group gave Josh's group so much trouble during their early competitions because they were very good rivals. So he decided to recruit him. But Philip was hundreds of islands away and didn't have the money. What did Josh do? He shelled out for his plane ticket. With nothing else to lose, Philip went and left his previous life in the countryside. He then trained with the boys and officially debuted with them as Ken, the main dancer,
Ken.
the bass vocalist, and the lead rapper.
Yeah,
of
he
the
has
group.
he has a
One
really
thing to
deep
note
voice,
is that-
man. And that's what I love about Ken, man. He's really unique, especially his vocal tone.
They were an unlikely bunch because they wouldn't have met each other if Tatang Robin stayed with his already successful group in Korea. Justin failed his first audition, so he didn't even bother to audition again because he thought he wasn't ready. And Josh wouldn't have attempted to recruit Ken if Show BT's training program didn't even exist. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the butterfly effect.
The butterfly effect.
When a small and seemingly insignificant occurrence has a rippling effect through time, leading to a consequential event sometime long after the initial event, or as Google would put it, a phenomenon whereby a minute localized change in a complex system can have a large effects elsewhere. Tatang Robin's so-called mistake back in 2002 led to forming the future P-pop kings. In 2018, SB19 was formed. The name of the group was carefully picked. The number 19 is the sum of Korea and the Philippines area code digits 82 and 63.
That's really
So
cool,
8
man.
plus 2 plus 6 plus
19.
3 is 19. SB doesn't only mean show
So it's
BT.
like
It is
I know. SB19 is like, yeah, they paved the way for P-pop, man. But you still couldn't, how to say it? Like you can't. You have to give credit as well to how this group was formed. It started with the K-pop company, man, Show BT. And the name of SB19, it embodies both Korea and Filipino culture, man. Because of the area codes, man. So in a way, SB19 still has a history of being formed through a K-pop system. So yeah, but now they're just the best and still the kings of P-pop, man. And they have finally how do you say it? They finally found their identity, musical identity. That's why SB19 is very big now. Not only the Philippines, but also internationally.
It's all about their ultimate goal for Pinoy sound to break into the music industry, which is fearlessly represented by this praise. Soundbreak.
Soundbreak. Honestly, man, like SB19 is like one of the best and one of the coolest names that I've heard so far. For a boy group, and to be able to know that it's a name which was chosen for this P-pop group, man. I'm just really proud of SB19, man. They're representing the Philippines all around the world, and I'm glad to be a fan of SB19, man. You know, and I didn't regret standing them and listening to their music, because this group is special, and they're just a really incredible P-pop boy group. Alright, I think it's finished now. Alright, so episode 2, The Zone. I will be reacting to episode 2 tomorrow, guys. Alright, so yeah, that was my reaction to SB19 CashualChuck series episode 1, Sound Break. I really enjoyed watching the first episode of SB19 story episode CashualChuck by CashualChuck, sorry. And shout out to CashualChuck as well for making this incredible documentary for SB19. And also, I know how to speak Tagalog, guys. But I have, other viewers as well from other countries, not only the Philippines, but also from Korea, from Thailand, I have international, audience as well. So that's why I'm speaking English. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna do the reaction now. And I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction to SB19 story episode 1, Sound Break by CashualChuck. And I'll see you guys in episode 2. Check out the reactions to SB19 as well. I'll put it in enter this reaction, sorry. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Also follow me on Instagram for the latest K-pop news, especially for Kepler, Triple S, and Baby Monster and other K-pop girls and boy groups. Join my free Patreon to get access to some exclusive K-pop content and album reactions. Thank you guys for watching. For the Filipino 18s, maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Yeah, and then kita-kits sa sunod na reaction ko sa SB19, man. Yeah, episode 2, yun na sunod na reaction na gagawin ko, guys. Right, that's for the Filipino 18s. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next SB19 reaction.